What's up, YouTube? This is Majora Mayhem coming at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Mew Night March deck. And let's get right into it. So to start us off, 4 copies of Mew. This is probably one of the best cards we got out of Fates Collide. Its ability, Memories of Dawn, allows us to use any attack that our basic Pokemon has, that any of our basic Pokemon have. And so we simply use that as our main attacker for all of our Night March attacks. So you can dump all your Lampents and Pumpkaboos into the discard, toss a Joltik down onto your bench, and then just keep swinging with the Mews so that your opponent can't deny you your ability to attack with your Night Marchers, which was an issue I was running into the deck before. Still, obviously, a very good deck at that point, but it was definitely ended up with my opponent was able to cancel out my resources a lot more than I liked. And I feel like Mew helps kind of balance that out. So I think this card in particular is going to make Night March pretty dominant for this format. I'm definitely happy that we're getting some stuff that's going to be a lot better at canceling out Night March. That new supporter that was announced, Karen. Because I definitely think that the deck needs to be reined in a bit. Just our usual Night March line, the 4 Joltiks, 4 Pumpkaboos, and 4 Lampents. As I said before, usually you just want the 1 Joltik on your bench and be swinging with your Mews and promoting them, and just generally throw away the other Night Marchers. If you're going up against the mirror match, then probably just toss away the Lampents and try to keep your other Night Marchers in place so that you're able to deny your opponent their resources more. Just kind of stay in for the grind game as opposed to try to go for those quick kills. That's just my view of how you should play the mirror match. I'm sure there are people much better than me who have tournament records that can give you some other tips on that. That's going to be it for our monster lineup. No Shamans, just because I don't want to give up the 2 prizes in the mirror match, which I think is going to be very prevalent, what with just how strong we've seen Night Marches become. Going into my supporters, 4 Sycamores, because it's the first supporter I always want to resolve. I can just kill my hand if I've got Night Marches in it, throw away supporters, don't care. I do play Puzzle at times, so I can get back RMG if I need to toss that away, but allowing me to dig 7 cards in my deck is really powerful, and it allows me to hit my BAttle Compressors and really get my setup going. 3 ends. I honestly think overall this is the best supporter in the game right now. Just both the ability to reshuffle resources, which while not as important in this deck can still do a lot for you, and also disrupt your opponent's plays during the latter game. I think it's just an overall really powerful card and probably going to be one of your most common VS Secret targets. For my one-off supporters, I play Teammates, Hex Maniac, and Lysandre. Teammates just lets me get to my DC. That's the main reason I play it. When my opponent gets a kill and I can punch them in immediately, swing back, usually getting the kill on them a lot of times for the 2 prizes as opposed to the 1. Hex Maniac is for the Trevenant and Vileplume. Just those decks are insanely good against Night March, which is why I actually play them quite a bit, especially before we got the Mew. I thought that those 2 in particular were really good outs to the deck, and being able to out your out essentially is really important. And Lysandre just get you those free kills on Shamans, allow you to disrupt your opponent and break yourself out of, say, a Trevenant item lock. For my item cards, start with the staples. 4 Ultra Ball. I mean, what are you going to do? You got to get searching. It's Night March. You don't care about discarding. 4 Trainer Smells just lets you dig. Makes it a 56 card deck. They're still really good. 4 VS Seekers, just so that you don't feel bad when you're throwing away cards for your Sycamores, and if you're in a bad scenario, you can Battle Compressor a support you need, most likely a Sycamore or an Inn, and just get that back with the VS Seeker. So this basically gives you 4 extra copies of every support in your deck. 4 Acro Bikes, just because you want to go fast for that turn 1 setup. Make sure you can dodge the various locks that you're going to be running into, because I do think this format is going to devolve into essentially either a Night March setup or a Night March counter, and I'd rather get my setup done. And then 4 Battle Compressors, because it's just the best card in the deck. I mean, you play it, and it's a plus 60 damage to all your Night Marchers. It allows for deck thing. It allows you to get rid of some of your more useless supporters or make your supporters live. Just really an amazing card, and I'm pretty happy that we're going to be seeing this reprinted. To round up my, well, not quite. For my tool cards, I've got the 3 Fighting Fury belts. I mostly use these to bump up Joltik's health, because at 30, it's a pretty good target if I'm running into bats or if I'm going up against Trevenant. But if I toss this on at 70, and then it's going to be 3 rounds of Trevenant in order to knock it out, and I can be getting kills in with my Mew during that time. So it just bumps up Joltik's health, and I mean, the plus 10 on Mew isn't bad. I just think that a 90 health attacker isn't, in this format, isn't going to be that different from a 50 health attacker. So I'd rather save my bench guys. And then 4 Puzzle at a time, just so I can afford to play bad and then get my resources back. I think Night March is the best deck to play Puzzle Time in. 2 Dimension Valleys, so I can do some shenanigans with Mew. It makes it to where the Night March attack off of Joltik is only a single energy cost, which is pretty amazing, especially since going into this format, I'm expecting quite a bit of special energy hate. I'm expecting to see a bit of a rise from Tina. Kind of going through Charizard Lounge, they did a watch on what's been going on in Japan, and Aegislash has been pretty popular there because of its ability to stop attacks from Pokemon that have special energy attached to them. So being able to get around that kind of stuff is going to be really useful. It allows me to play the basic energy, so I can dodge that. So I think Dimension Valley and Mew, just a really good combo for Night March to have, and solves a lot of the deck's previous problems. And then, of course, to wrap it up, the 4 DCE, because you're playing Night March, because your attacks are 2 cost, and it's just instant setup and murder. And that's going to be the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're just wanting to net deck, I will have the list in the description for you. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.